Brent, give the fans an idea of your military background. A lot of people don't know that you served in the Marines.
Yeah, I graduated high school in January 2004, earlier than what I was supposed to, so I could join the Marine Corps faster. I wasn't supposed to go until May of 2004, or June of 2004, but I ended up going about a month early. I served 8 years. Did boot camp down in Paris Island, South Carolina. Stationed in Jacksonville, North Carolina, Camp Lejeune for 4 years. When I was there, I was an infantry Marine. Did 2 tours in Iraq. First tour was in 2005, 2006. Came back in May of 06. 6 months later, went back for the entire year of 2007. Saw a lot of combat over there. I came back. I got stationed in DC for about 2.5 years, protecting the National Capital Region. I can't really talk too much about that one though, but after that, I wasn't going to re-enlist. I wanted to come out and go to school, come here and go to school. I was taking online classes via World Campus for a couple of years. And they sent me to Okinawa for my last year. When I was there, I got to go to Thailand, the Philippines, got to train some Korean Marines and Thai Marines, and worked a lot with the Filipinos. And after that, came back here in February of 2012 and started going to school here in May. In 2012.
What was that experience like in the Marines? If you could put it into words, what was it like going overseas and doing all the things that you
well, Iraq was pretty crazy. I don't want to get too much into it. I mean, you guys have seen Generation Kill or any of the documentaries about Iraq. It's pretty much the same story across the board. Pretty scary. If anybody says they weren't scared over there, they're a liar. It's pretty crazy over there. And I was over there during the pretty bad times in 05 and then again in 07. It was still pretty rough. I mean, other than that, you know, it's just real hot during the day. You know, 120 degrees days. You're walking around with full sleeves. You know, 80-pound pack with, you know, 1,200 rounds of ammo and water and food and extra socks and all that kind of stuff. Just walking around for 12 hours a day, 8 hours a day, depending on what the mission was. It was actually pretty. It was pretty interesting getting to work with the locals. That was actually one of the things that I enjoyed a little bit more than I thought I would. I trained a lot of Iraqi police and a lot of Iraqi Army in 2007 because I was there for so long. So I was there for 13 months. It was pretty. It was a pretty different experience. I mean, not a lot of people in my position got to do a lot of the cross training with other nations and stuff. So that was pretty interesting.
Now you're here playing football.
Yep.
Talk about how that transpired and what happened with that process.
It's always been a dream of mine to play football for Penn State, and starting out as a 26-year-old freshman definitely has its challenges. I'm competing with guys that are, you know, fresh out of high school, or they've been here for 3-4 years and they've done nothing but football for the last, you know, 10 years of their lives, football in school. And I'm coming from a very different environment. It's similar in the sense of the camaraderie with the team atmosphere, but very different with, you know, the conditioning's a lot different. It's a lot different because nobody's like controlling what you do every day. You have a lot more freedom and leeway to make decisions on your own, good or bad. You know, the consequences are just as strict, but you don't have, you know, a lieutenant or a staff sergeant, you know, down your throat 24/7 if you take the wrong step. So it's a little fun having being at the bottom of the barrel again, you know, coming from being the top dog in my former profession. So
we'll talk about this weekend. Penn State obviously plays Navy on Saturday.
Yep.
It's Military Appreciation Day. What's it mean to be a member on the field in a game like that?
It's actually it's really awesome. You know, it really is awesome. Like, I know a lot of the guys who were not on the current Navy team, but I know a lot of former Navy cadets or whatever. I know a couple guys that played for Navy, and being a former Marine and being out there with future service members and former service members, and I know PJ, he's still current service member. And it's a really cool experience, you know, not being in the system anymore as in the military, but still having that, you know, badge that I'll carry around, you know, that I've always have been out there. So it's really cool to actually get to witness Navy Penn State game, because I'm pretty sure that hasn't happened very much in the history of our school. There is no option of failure or not coming to work because you're sick, or you stubbed your toe so you don't feel like coming in. You're not allowed to oversleep. So that transfers very well over into the college life, and especially into the football, arena, because a lot of these guys, they're gonna see the fact that I'm never late, I'm always on time, I always have everything that I need. I go to the study halls and I turn in all my paperwork, because I have classes with a lot of freshmen guys, and that's actually a very unique experience for them and for me, being around them, to be able to share some of my leadership abilities, my leadership skills that I have learned, and some of my self-motivation and a lot of the determination to persevere and get the job done at any cost. It's a really unique thing to be able to bring that to the football team, because they don't really have that kind of exposure to stuff like that, because they are coming out of high school, going straight into college. It's I don't know, kind of like Groundhog Day for them, for the last couple of years. And I don't know, it's really fun. A lot of the guys, they ask me questions and want to know what I did, and it's fun to be able to talk to these guys and show them that there's life outside of State College or wherever they grew up. There's actual big things going on.
Well, we appreciate your time, and best of luck in your time.
Thank you, appreciate it.